I am probably one of the biggest defenders for Wuthering Waves out of all the CCs that cover this game, and I'm probably one of the biggest simps for this game out of all the CCs as well. But like I said, there's not always going to be times where I'm just, you know, blowing smoke up Wuthering Waves' ass. Sometimes the game has issues that needs to be talked about. Now, that being said, 2.4 looks absolutely incredible. I wanted to give my take on 2.3 as an anniversary patch and just a patch in general, as I've been doing these reviews for Wuthering Waves since 1.0. For every patch, I do a review on the patch, the story, the events, and everything in between. I will say right off the bat, 2.3 was one of the worst patches in a gacha game I've ever played. Now, the Shikona story was very good. I really enjoyed that. It was only 2 hours, though, out of, you know, all the time that I spent playing the events and endgame and stuff like that. There was no new hologram as far as I can remember, or maybe there was. I don't even remember, because I don't remember when Fluid Delise came out, but I literally one-tried her. So I'm very much looking forward to the 2.4 ones, because they actually look difficult. You have to fight 3 of them at the same time. Like, there's 2 clones, so it's literally going to be as hard as the original holograms when we first did them. Especially now we're gonna have to fight 2 clones, and then they have the mode of being able to fight 2 holograms at once. Like, that's gonna be crazy. But there was barely any endgame. Elusive Dreams that just came out, horrendous. Man, why are they copying things from Hoyoverse that nobody likes? You know what I'm saying? Like, some things to get inspiration from is fine, but copying Simulated Universe, bro, why? One, I don't really like roguelikes that much in gacha games. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Unless it's a lot more streamlined and easy to do. Simulated Universe was one of the most annoying things for me in Star Rail, especially the way they told story in Star Rail, which is exactly how they copied it in Wuthering Waves. It's literally just giant walls of text. Ain't nobody want to read all that. And not to mention, it wasn't even entertaining. I did the tutorial area and then another one, and I said, I don't care about 600 Stellar Jade. Not Stellar Jade, 600 Primo Gems. I don't care. I am good. Right? Like, I'd rather just not do. I'd rather open my wallet than do that. I will say, before I keep going, the Cyclone quest was great. 9 out of 10 for me. And the Zanny quest was probably like a 7.5, you know, because the beginning was very, very, very slow. And then you had the end, which kind of made up for it, or else it would be even lower score. That one was also kind of short. It was like an hour and a half. It was not that long at all. So the only thing we got for main story was pretty much those 2 quests in the 2.3 patch. The Cube event, the Derby event, the most dog shit event I've ever seen in my life, dude. Having specific times where I have to log in to vote for a winner, and then, you know, pray RNG, you know, helps me and I get a win to be able to get the achievements for that event. Stupid as fuck. And the Monopoly event, it's whatever, right? Like, what am I going to say about that? We roll some dice and they move on the board and you get stuff. So it's just free shit. All the events that they did, simulate, you know, I was about to call it Simulated Universe. Elusive Dream coming back, I'm going to be real. Just don't even put the thing in the game at this point. Like, just do it how it was originally, right? I believe in 1.1 and 1.2, it was actually really fun. But if you can't go back to that, then just don't do it. For me, I don't care for it. It feels like such a chore. To be able to get everything in that shop, you had to do it multiple times over. It just got really repetitive. I know it's over like 60 days or something every time they do it, but it's just still like doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again for me is not fun. That does not equal fun for me. You know, I would much rather do my dailies, do an end game mode, you know, once or twice. If I have to do it 20 times to get all the rewards, fuck that. I'm good. I would much rather, you know, log in, do my shit, get off the game and go play something else. I do not want this game to be something where I have to be logged in for 12 hours to finish everything in one sitting, or I have to do that multiple times. I don't want to do that. These games are not meant to be played that way. Gacha games are meant to be played casually, and when you do stuff like that, it adds FOMO. Like, if I don't go do this event, I'm going to miss out on all these rewards, and I just do not care for events that are really repetitive and grindy, and secondly, boring. Like, the dialogue in that was so ass. It was so bad, man. I would much rather them just not even put Elusive Dreams back in the game, because if you haven't done it yet, it's essentially worse than the last time they did it, where they did that Somnium thing with the cat, right, in 1.4, I believe. I think it was 1.4. It was the patch that Lumi came out, right? That was so boring. And this time they made it even worse. It's even worse, dude. It's so bad. Now, that being said, I am very excited for 2.4. 2.4 looks really promising. And I don't mind going through these horrible patches, like the boring filler patches, because I'm gonna be honest, I just log in. I'm lucky if I like log in 3 or 4 times a week when these patches are like this, because I just don't really care for logging in daily to gacha games. I would much rather just spend $100 and get a character, or spend a little bit more, than, you know, have to log in daily and get all the stuff. It's just not the kind of person I am when it comes to gaming. I want to log into a game when I feel like playing it, and that's it. I don't mind these filler patches because it gave me a lot of time to go back and play some other things. I'm playing through Legend of Dragoon right now. I'm playing a lot of other gachas right now. Persona 5 Phantom X, Re-Memento White Shadow. I'm playing through both of those to be able to do a lot of content for you guys when they do officially launch. We got Theory Restart coming out. We got Duet Night Abyss beta coming out this month. We got NTE beta coming out this month. It's there's so much, dude. It's actually insane. And I just love when these filler patches come, because it gives me a break from playing Wuthering Waves, and I don't get burnt out from the game. So it gives me time to just play the game for like 2 hours one day. Then, you know, the second part of the patch comes out. There's another companion quest. I play it for another 2 to 3 hours, and then I'm good. And then I just wait for the next big patch with the big main story, which the next patch looks insane. We're getting 2 main stories. I'm hoping those are at least like 4 hours each. You know, that would be awesome. And they're going to be able to break them apart between the first part of the patch and the second part of the patch, so you won't feel burnt out just doing it all in one sitting. Very, very smart, to be honest. Star Rail could probably help with having that, but even then, Star Rail's bloated dialogue is really bad for the game. And thankfully, Wuthering Waves doesn't do that. It has very dynamic storytelling and very, you know, dynamic camera changes. Very great voice acting, graphics, cutscenes. Like, it's a very cinematic experience, right, from beginning to end. And it never gets to the point where, besides like sometimes the Zanny quest right in the beginning was very boring, until we got to the part where we infiltrated the area about an hour after the quest started, 45 minutes after the quest started. But yeah, it gives me time, these filler patches, to go play other things. I've been playing Legend of Dragoon, and like I said, all those other gachas. I've also been playing a lot of things in my backlog. Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster, the Digimon Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory I never finished. I've been going back and playing that. I've been playing Valkyrie Lenneth Profile. I've been playing a lot of older games and a lot of games on my backlog that I've bought that I've never finished. So it has been nice to go back and do that. Not to mention I do my anime content, so having this break between having to play the game every day is really, really nice. Again, I don't mind these filler patches, because that means that they're focusing really hard on making the next patch amazing. And if you guys saw the live stream for 2.4, it looks incredible, like absolutely incredible. We're getting, like I said, the 2 main story patches. We're getting the 2 crazy characters that everyone is hyped up for. We're getting a lot of endgame content, a lot of new events that are coming out. The one where you're fighting multiple holograms and you get to choose the debuffs for yourself and stuff. I loved that event the first time they did it, but now they made it even harder. It seems like the holograms are going to be harder. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. It looks really, really good. And then they have the gladiatorial event too. Like, there's so much stuff. This feels like the anniversary patch. And it's just a shame that the game is always going to fall on a random ass patch instead of a 0.0 patch for anniversary, because it's always going to be looked at, you know, like, oh, it's not going to be that great. Don't expect anything. I think next time they'll do a better job. But I think my theory is they're probably going to do the next anniversary with, maybe they don't wait this long, but the next anniversary might be, you know, the Cyberpunk collab. But I'm hoping it's like January, February instead, because January, I think, is supposed to be 3.0. But I doubt that Cyberpunk is that early. That'd be insane if it's that early. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I don't want to make this video too long. I just kind of wanted to give my thoughts. It's not very heavily edited. I just kind of wanted to look at the camera, talk to you guys, tell you guys my thoughts. Normally, I would edit in some parts from the, you know, story and from the game, you know, update that I liked, but I just really didn't like this patch, so I didn't really record any footage besides doing the companion quests. I thought those were enjoyable. Other than that, I hated everything else about the update. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about this patch and the upcoming one if you guys haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.